Case study on hazardous waste management and treatment, the Basel Convention. The Basel Convention on the Control of Transboundary Movements of Hazardous Wastes and Their Disposal is an international treaty that was adopted in 1989 and entered into force in 1992. The convention aims to protect human health and the environment by reducing the transboundary movements of hazardous wastes and by ensuring their environmentally sound disposal. The Basel Convention has been ratified by 189 countries, including India. As a party to the convention, India is required to implement its provisions into national law and to establish a system for the management and disposal of hazardous waste. One of the key requirements of the Basel Convention is that hazardous waste should be disposed of in the country where it was generated. However, there are some exceptions to this rule, such as when the waste is transported to a country with a better capacity to dispose of it safely. The Basel Convention also requires that hazardous waste be transported in a safe and environmentally sound manner. This includes using appropriate packaging and labeling, and taking steps to prevent spills and leaks. Case study on hazardous waste management and treatment, the Indian Hazardous Waste Management Rules. The Hazardous Waste Management, Handling and Transboundary Movement Rules, 2008, are the national legislation that implements the Basel Convention in India. The rules define hazardous waste and lay down a comprehensive framework for its management and disposal. The rules require hazardous waste generators to register with the Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, or the State Pollution Control Board, SPCB. Generators are also required to obtain authorization from the CPCB or SPCB for the storage, transportation, and disposal of their hazardous waste. The rules also require hazardous waste transporters and disposers to obtain authorization from the CPCB or SPCB. Transporters and disposers must comply with strict safety and environmental standards. Challenges in hazardous waste management and treatment in India. India faces a number of challenges in the management and treatment of hazardous waste. These challenges include lack of awareness. Many hazardous waste generators are not aware of the rules and regulations governing hazardous waste management. Inadequate infrastructure. There is a shortage of hazardous waste treatment and disposal facilities in India. Illegal dumping. A significant amount of hazardous waste is illegally dumped in India, which poses a serious threat to human health and the environment. Conclusion. The management and treatment of hazardous waste is a complex and challenging task. However, it is essential to protect human health and the environment from the harmful effects of hazardous waste. India has made progress in the management of hazardous waste in recent years. However, there are still a number of challenges that need to be addressed. By raising awareness, developing infrastructure, and cracking down on illegal dumping, India can improve its hazardous waste management system and protect human health and the environment. Various physical and chemical treatment methods can be used to treat hazardous waste, depending on the type of waste and the desired outcome. Some common physical treatment methods include filtration. Filtration is used to remove suspended solids from hazardous waste liquids. Sedimentation. Sedimentation is used to allow suspended solids in hazardous waste liquids to settle to the bottom of the container. Flotation. Flotation is used to remove suspended solids from hazardous waste liquids by attaching them to air bubbles and floating them to the surface. Evaporation. Evaporation is used to remove volatile liquids from hazardous waste by heating the waste to a temperature at which the liquids evaporate. Incineration. Incineration is used to destroy hazardous waste by burning it at high temperatures. Some common chemical treatment methods include neutralization. Neutralization is used to adjust the pH of acidic or basic hazardous waste to a neutral pH. Oxidation. Oxidation is used to convert hazardous chemicals in waste into less hazardous chemicals. Reduction. Reduction is used to convert hazardous chemicals in waste into less hazardous chemicals. Precipitation. Precipitation is used to remove hazardous metals from hazardous waste liquids by converting them into insoluble solids. Ion exchange. Ion exchange is used to remove hazardous ions from hazardous waste liquids by exchanging them for less hazardous ions. Here is a more detailed explanation of two of the most common hazardous waste treatment methods. Neutralization. Neutralization is a chemical treatment method that is used to adjust the pH of acidic or basic hazardous waste to a neutral pH. This is done by adding an acid or base to the waste, depending on its initial pH. Neutralization is an important treatment method for hazardous waste because it can make the waste less corrosive and less toxic. It can also make the waste easier to handle and dispose of. Neutralization is commonly used to treat hazardous waste generated by industrial processes, such as acid etching and metal plating. It is also used to treat hazardous waste generated by households, such as battery acid and swimming pool chemicals. Incineration. Incineration is a thermal treatment method that is used to destroy hazardous waste by burning it at high temperatures. Incinerators are typically equipped with pollution control devices to reduce emissions of air pollutants. Incineration is an effective treatment method for a wide range of hazardous waste, including organic and inorganic wastes. However, it is important to note that incineration can generate hazardous ash and other byproducts, which must be properly managed and disposed of. Incineration is commonly used to treat hazardous waste generated by a variety of industries, including pharmaceutical manufacturing, chemical manufacturing, and healthcare. It is important to note that the best hazardous waste treatment method for a particular waste stream will depend on the type of waste, its composition, and the desired outcome.